Hello, movie lovers. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we will recap the 2021 action thriller movie Army of Thieves. Directed by Matthias Schweifer. Within the opening scene, we are presented to Sebastian Schlankt Vonrt, a gentle-mannered bank teller in Potsdam, Germany. He feels caught in his boring and conventional life schedule, but holds a solid intrigue in secure splitting. He is right now recording a video for his recently set up YouTube channel. Amid the video, he offers a captivating story almost to eminent locksmith named Hans Wagner, who created a set of 4 safes motivated by and named after the 4 musical dramas within the Ring cycle. Later on, whereas managing with a disappointed client within the bank, Sebastian bumbles upon news almost a sudden zombie episode in America. Amid his lunch break, Sebastian gets his to begin with see and comment on his later YouTube video from a mysterious individual. The stranger welcomes him to exhibit his aptitudes at a particular area, giving an address and a watchword for passage. Charmed, Sebastian chooses to visit the assigned put at the designated time. On coming to there, he experiences a security protect who gifts him get to after affirming the watchword. When he gets interior the dull distribution center, he finds himself among a secure splitting competition, where he is presented as the 7th contender. Although at first perplexed, Sebastian exceeds expectations in each circular and eventually rises as the champ. As the swarm cheers for him, he takes note a wonderful lady named Gwendolyn grinning at him. At night, we see Sebastian mulling over the matter for hours. On one hand, he considers the arranges as well unsafe. But on the other hand, he needs to feel the excite of doing something illicit. Within the conclusion, he chooses to go with the latter option, so he heads towards the given address. Upon arrival, Gwendolyn presents him to the rest of the team, which incorporates this talented programmer. Karina Dominguez, the getaway driver Rolf, and the shooter Brad Cage. The group at that point gets straight to work, and Karina uncovers data around the safes, clarifying that all 3 are possessed by a very rich person named Bly Tanaka, and are found totally different parts of the world. As the group has no time to squander, they set out on there to begin with heist in Paris, focusing on the Rheingold secure. As per their prearranged arrange, Sebastian enters the bank to begin with and tactfully stows away within the restroom. Gwendolyn enters following and demands get to the locker doled out to an untrue name. Karina, at that point, strolls in to cause a redirection that draws the consideration of the staff absent from Gwendolyn. Seizing this minute, Gwendolyn recovers Sebastian from his stowing away spot, and together they make their way to the Rheingold secure. Oncoming confront with the incredible secure, Sebastian is cleared out in wonder, and he talks to it for but once he is done, he skillfully starts working on the bolt and opens it. Inside a relatively brief time allotment. After a minute of celebration, they start to gather the cash. Within the another scene, we see France Interpol officers gathering for an assembly, amid which a specialist named Delacroix looks at the points of interest of the Rheingold heist. Turns out Delacroix has been tenaciously seeking after Brad and Gwendolyn for a long time. However, they have consistently eluded capture. In their most later experience, Delacroix came so near to securing Brad, but the last mentioned shot him sometime recently escaping. Afterward that night, Sebastian goes to Gwendolyn and starts a discussion, driving them to open up almost their respective pasts. Sebastian offers how his interest with safe cracking set him separated from other kids in his neighborhood, whereas Gwendolyn recounts her battles with her well-off family and her consequent choice to live freely. Tragically, Brad sees them together and gets to be genuine irate. The another day, the team arrives in Prague for their moment heist, focusing on the Valkyrie. After practicing their arrange, Sebastian penetrates the bank masked as a fake representative, with Karina clearing his way by hacking into the managing an account framework. He is at that point guided towards the vault, with Gwendolyn closely guarding him. Amid this, the security guards get suspicious as they see Sebastian vanish on the cameras. However, when they stand up to them near the lift, Gwendolyn skillfully takes them down utilizing her preeminent combat moves. After this, the two continue towards the secure. On the other hand, the security watch who taken note abnormalities within the CCTV film triggers the security framework, driving to the closure of all bank passages. This compels the team to actualize Arrange B. As a result, Brad accepts the part of a concealed burglar and enters the building, crippling the watches with tranquilizers and arrange to supply Sebastian and Gwendolyn with extra time. Seeing the commotion, a bank protect triggers the alert, alarming the specialists and fixing off all conceivable exits. Within the middle of all this, Sebastian oversees to effectively break the Valkyrie. After giving the green light, Brad endeavors to take off, but he is shot within the bear by a watch. By the by, he oversees to elude through a window and make his way to Rolf and Karina within the getaway van. In no time after, Sebastian and Gwendolyn too come out from the bank just moments sometime recently Delacroix and his group arrive at the scene. However, driven by envy, he forcefully pushes Sebastian absent, clearing out him for the cops. Presently, Sebastian finds himself being sought after by the police, so he rapidly snatches a bike and makes a run for it. He luckily finds his way onto a prepare and some way or another sidesteps capture. In the meantime, interior the van, Brad and Gwendolyn lock in a warmed contention. Brad legitimizes his activities, contending that they had arranged to desert Sebastian after the heist besides. He moreover asserts that they do not ought to carry out the Siegfried heist any longer. Within the following scene, Sebastian returns domestic, as it were, to find the young ladies holding up for him. They express their expression of remorse for deceiving him. Gwendolyn clarifies that for Rolf and Brad, the heist was exclusively about financial pickup. Somewhere else, we see Gwendolyn and Sebastian on a truck, with the last mention starting the method of breaking the secure. At the same time, Brad and Rolf are exterior the casino with the intention of taking the money from their previous group. They track Gwendolyn's area through her phone and start seeking after her. Karina, who is still exterior the casino, endeavors to stop them, but she instead gets encompassed by Delacroix and his group. Before surrendering, in spite of the fact that, in the truck, Sebastian effectively opens all 7 locks of the Siegfried secure, eventually splitting it open. This brings colossal joy for both of them. They then start pressing the cash, but abruptly, Brad arrives there and hinders them. He points his weapon at Sebastian and endeavors to shoot, but luckily, it breakdowns. Gwendolyn reveals that she altered with Brad's weapon prior because she suspected he might kill somebody. She, at that point, recovers her claim-working gun and takes control of the circumstance, holding Brad and Rolf at gunpoint. At final, she cuffs the awful folks to the truck, sometime recently clearing out with Sebastian. Following their elude plan, Gwendolyn and Sebastian reach a watercraft. Sometime recently getting off the car, Sebastian anxiously communicates his love for Gwendolyn, to which she reacts by kissing him. Just then, Delacroix arrives with a weapon in hand. He is there to put them behind bars once and for all. However, Gwendolyn, who is additionally indicating a weapon towards him, refuses to provide up and locks in arrangement with the officer. She proposes that she will turn herself in on the condition that Sebastian is allowed to go free. Delacroix reluctantly concurs, and Gwendolyn instruments Sebastian to take off. She guarantees him that they will rejoin and seek after Götterdämmerung together once she is discharged. With a heavy heart, Sebastian leaves on the boat, decided to be reunited with Gwendolyn within the future. The scene at that point shifts to a few time afterward, where we discover Sebastian is the proprietor of a locksmith shop named the Gwendolyn. One day, 2 customers visit Sebastian's store and present him with an outline of Götterdämmerung, inviting him to connect their group for the last heist. And the movie ends here. Thanks for watching.